Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. This is going to be a quick collective reading. I'm using the I Ching, a couple different I Ching decks. So I have the Rave I Ching cards, and I also have the I Ching divination kit, which I'm just going to be using the cards. They do come with some coins, but I'm just going to use the cards today just because the coins take quite a while. Now, listen, I am no expert on I Ching. I'm just, or human design, because these are also associated with the human design system. By no means an expert on this. This, for anybody that knows about the human design or the I Ching, you know it's very complicated and complex. So yeah, I am by no means a master. I've done a little bit, well, I've done quite a bit of reading on it, but there's just so much. So yeah, we're gonna get a reading here, see what comes up. Collective, just tapping into this collective energy. I always like to set the intention that everyone that's meant to find this video will find their way here, and there will be some kind of message to uplift, heal, or inspire. So we're going to go with, first we're going to start with the overall energy. What's the overall energy? We've got the Fellowship of Man, Gate 15. It says universal ideas and values in an ordered framework which inspires humanistic cooperation. Past knowledge of a cycle is accumulated as memory. So this energy has been coming through so strongly around how our DNA holds memory for like 7 generations forward, 7 generations back. So that's coming through, but this talks about cooperation, right? Being in alignment with universal ideas and also past knowledge of a cycle is accumulated as memory. We've got line 6, the optimist, line 5, the savior, line 4, fatigue. So these are all aspects of this gate. Line 3, pessimism, line 2, bigotry, line 1, empathy. So these are all pathways. It says the listener, the hearer of secrets. Crap, I had just flipped a card and then I shuffled it back in. Let's see. Thank you. Now the challenge, we've got gate 21, biting through. The justified and necessary use of power is overcoming deliberate and persistent interference. Power is fulfilled through demanding control of the environment. Line 6 is chaos. Line 5 is objectivity. Line 4 is strategy. Line 3 is powerlessness. Line 2 is might is right. And line 1 is warning. This is the hunter and the huntress, strength and will. And I'm going to grab 2 cards also from the I Ching and see if we can go a little deeper on this. So tell me more about this gate 13, Fellowship of Man. Oh, okay. I guess we're taking 2. We've got I Ching number 51 and 52. 51 is shock, creating success. Shock comes from fear and terror. Laughing words, shrieking, yelling. Shock spreads fear for 100 miles. Someone does not lose the sacred ladle and liberation. So listen, I just feel I'm pulling on this DNA, this past knowledge or this past, for some of you, you could have had some kind of shock or fear or terror that really is lingering within your body, within your DNA. And the second card that we had come out with is number 52, stilling. You're back, not grasping yourself, moving in your rooms, not seeing your people, not a mistake. So it says hold yourself still, as in meditation. Don't seek to grasp yourself by hunting down your every thought. You do not need to resonate with everyone. Even if you feel as though you ought to be sensitive to their presence and needs, it is no mistake to exclude all these things and to be quiet within yourself. What if there were nothing you had to do right now? What if there were nowhere you had to be? And this one says, shock stirs and shakes you up, spreading fear and hysteria. Suddenly, everyone is reacting to their own strong emotions and to those of others. Hold on to what you most value and keep it safe through the upheaval. Never lose your connection with the creative power that remains constant and true through the storms. What must change? What will continue? And let's get a card for day 21, please. The challenge. I think I'm also going to get some tarot because I just feel like there's a story that wants to unfold here. And we also had two. We had 61 and 62 about the biting through, the necessary use of power, the necessary use of your own inner power, perhaps. 62 says small exceeding, creating success, constancy bears fruit. Okay, allows small works, does not allow great works. A bird in flight leaves its call. Going higher is not fitting, coming down is fitting. Good, great fortune. It says taking small steps, you're going beyond boundaries and structures, still paying close attention to them, responding and adjusting. This is a creative way to engage with the world. The call of the birds in flights reminds you not to go against nature and overreach yourself. Scaling down your aspirations brings you blessings. So what small things can you do to meet the needs of the situation? How can you take even more care? And then we've got 61, inner truth. Piglets and fishes, good fortune. Fruitful to cross the great river. Constancy bears fruit. Constancy bears fruit. So what are you being consistent in? It says piglets and fishes are symbols of wealth and plenty of luck, often used in offerings to the spirits. You are in a state of committed connectedness. You can trust that you will be provided for. Success in ongoing ventures and the insight to be in the right place at the right time are both manifestations of your inner truth. Where do you place your trust? What feels true? And I just want to get, I'm going to go with a before and an after, or two. Let's see, maybe we'll do two. Before, we've got the 5 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. And then we're going to do the after tarot for the 5 or 2. Okay. So there could have been something that didn't go as planned, or there could have been some kind of separation. And it was due to some mental energy, some confusion, or being stuck in your own head, kind of your thoughts. And the 5 of Wands speaks about working together, building together, even through the trials and tribulations, perhaps. Getting out of your own way, getting out of your fears, right? The stuck traumas, the stuck DNA that we have holding us back in some way. There could have been something that really shook you, and you're learning to calm down here. You're learning to calm your mind. Tell me about this. It feels like you're not making a choice, or there's been some truth revealed here. And the 7 of Wands, I feel like this is speaking to like realizing what you actually cherish, what you actually love. There's truth that came out on top of inner truth, or justice that came out on inner truth, I should say. This is creating balance. We got the Four of Swords on the bottom. So I feel like this is saying like one step at a time, one day at a time. Don't create huge goals. Just stay in the present moment and just take things one day at a time, right? Going higher is not fitting. Coming down is fitting. Come back to the present moment. There is success that's being created here, and staying constant and not getting ahead of yourself, not letting your fears or your past to get you out of whack here, but instead, and not grasping, not needing all of this, but instead just coming back to appreciation for what is, what you do have. There is movement forward here. We got the Queen of Cups in reverse, so we've got masculine and feminine energies both in reverse. Now the Queen of Cups, somebody wasn't trusting their own intuition. I get, again, that feeling of getting ahead of yourself and being afraid to open up. Probably due to, on both sides. I do feel like this is a relationship story turning into, but it could also be your feminine and your masculine within. Okay, depending on what you have going on here. But there has been some kind of separation and a feeling of, something not moving in your favor, something, there could be a lot of decisions, feeling, overwhelmed. But again, getting back to working together and remembering what you love, remembering what brings you joy, what you appreciate, what you love. And this message keeps coming out as well through this reading, and I think this is really important, that you don't allow these fears to overwhelm you. And this is about creating more emotional balance as well as mental balance. And yeah, I just feel like I just keep saying, like, don't get ahead of yourself. Don't allow like the far future, or some scenario that maybe you had in your head, this is the way things are supposed to be, right? Because that's that past DNA, or what universal ideas are out there, that okay, this is how it's got to be. Well, says who? Okay, you are creating your own success, and don't allow fear or terror or past trauma. And more than likely, you might not even realize that oftentimes you act out of this place of past trauma, because honestly, it could be past trauma from up to 7 lines back. It doesn't have to be your past trauma even, which is even more crazy, right? There has been some illusions here, but I do see that truth is coming. There is movement forward. It just might not be in the way that, the norm might be. Okay? So just really practice this week, you guys. Stillness, inner truth, and recognizing what you love and what brings you joy and what you're reverent to, what you appreciate in both yourself and in others. Thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, commenting. Let me know if you liked this style of reading. I kind of do, honestly. It's a little different. Kind of loving it. Love you guys.